Hey guys, welcome to the VOD. It's been a minute since I streamed last, but today we're gonna cover the state of the game, state of balance, more specifically. Um, Maybe talk a little bit about the alpha patch that is coming up, and then, well, the state of balance kind of goes hand in hand with that, though we don't have the patch notes yet. Those should be coming soon. And the other thing is, yeah, just answering your questions, little catch up. I haven't streamed since like day 2 of the playtest, so it's already it's been a minute since I streamed, and yeah, we're just sipping on a little bit of coffee tonight. What's up, Lazy Lion's Den? Yo. What's up, Red666, Butt Charity, Klorn TV, Moonman877, Murpus1617, how's it going? A Nick stream, exactly what I needed tonight. Hey, Jawan. Hey, hope everything has been well for you, Heartstock. Corzilius, how's it going? A wild Nick stream appeared? Yeah. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more unpredictable. Though, there's a good chance I may also stream again this week. We'll see. I've been out of commission, I've been sick. My daughter's birthday and birthday party happened. There's just a lot of post playtest work to do. So what's up, sup baby? What's up, the D dubs? Pipes FL, Asteranian, hey stranger. What's up, Jabba? Good to see you, bud. Echo 5, D Nut, DevTrav, Spent 88, BG 834, Coot, HJ, Decent Milk, the Ogre, Trusty Cam, Tsunami-san. Good to see you all. So yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't really streamed since the playtest. Don't you love pronouncing these? Yeah, you know. I have to really think about it. Nightly Dietrich. What's going on? Twice retired? Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. How's the racial stat work going? That's one thing I'm gonna have to knock off this week. But the racial traits has been going very well. Racial traits are basically active. Hey, Cyathus. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Hope you have a good time. Hamer1, Scala. I don't know if John NS would approve of that Encrypt. Also, what's up, Encrypt? Implicit Construct, good to see you. Thankus Crankus. What do you have in store for this evening? Well, we've got the State of Balance from the writer's desk of Ali. And, well, I mean, kind of me. I'm just chime in on things, but... Well, strength buffs affect encumbrance. Doesn't seem to right now. Do you mean, does it affect your weight allowance? It should. It should. Let's see. Let's see if it does do that. Yes, it does. What's up, Quick? Good to see you. It's going pretty good. Hope everything is well on your end. Trusty Cam, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the stream. What's up, Jordan Ox, Amnesiac? Nadiak, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that as well. Glad you're having a good time. Torminator75, what's up, my guy? Thank you so much for being you, by the way. Man, help me out so much. Good to see you, though, man. What's up, Happy Face Prod TV? Well, should we just get into it? Should we get to the meat and potatoes of the content that we've got this state of balance? Where's that at? Red666! Thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifties. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Glad you're enjoying the stream. How's it going, MMO Pug? Southern Vargar, good to see you. Keith G! How's it going, Keith? Always good to see you, bud. Is TTK gonna increase on mobs under level 40? Yes, yes it is. Amnesiac, and also thank you for the Prime, appreciate that. And yeah, the answer is yes to that. TTK will be going up. So, I'll give it maybe a minute or two more, and then we'll pull them up. Let people kind of filter in. Did anyone happen to catch Kungen streaming? Kungen, however you want to say it. I always say Kungen in my head, but is it Kungen? That was really cool to see. The old legend, the king himself. Dude, that was so sick to see. I haven't seen somebody as hyped for a game as he is for Monsters and Memories. It's such a awesome thing. What's up, B Mighty? What's up, Zen Zero? What's up, Viro? Omni Murders, Biscuit NA, Brobonic, Xerion? Or I should say Zyron. That's probably closer. Hey, some balance talk, nice. Yep, we'll be going over the state of balance. Will there be epic weapons 1.0, 2.0, or so? Like there was an EQ. Yeah, we're gonna do epic weapons. We're gonna do probably like an iconic epic armor as well, in addition to weapons. Well, not necessarily. Well, we'll have to see where we land on it. But like maybe it's a piece of armor. Maybe it's like a different kind of equipable item. So yeah. The short story is yes. Haven't got to play the game yet, but I'm excited after watching Wool Socks do the playtest. Nice MMORPG dad. You're in the right place, especially with that name. So welcome, and yeah. Hope you enjoy your time with the game when you get a chance with it. What's up, Riddlebark? How's it going? It's going pretty good. Win patch? It's very soon. Trying to eke out everything I can get into it. Because there's some pretty decent changes going in. I'm gonna adjust this slightly. Nick, can you elaborate on NPCs? Should be more accurate when attacking higher level players. players should not be doing as much damage to lower level NPCs. It seems backwards. Yeah, there's definitely there's been a bug historically on some of that. Yeah, the damage that you do is definitely going to be reduced a little bit. Yeah, I think mobs are just getting more armor, basically. But there's also some formula changes. So it's going to be interesting, because I think at a higher level, you may have like an increased hit rate compared to what you're used to. So we're excited to get it out to alpha and just see how things are feeling. We also don't want the TTK to go like too high, right? Like, we don't want to get it to the point where it's like health sponge, you know? But the rate at which certain creatures are dying at certain levels and certain gear amounts was pretty darn quick. Yeah, it's a good question, Vyra. What's up, Javastine? Excuse me, still got a little bit of a cough. Any plans to give Beast Master slows, mana regen, or haste in later levels? Was disappointed by their current spell selection on the playtest. Yeah, that actually may be something that I get in for the next patch, even. I did get some additional stuff in for Inquisitor. Shout out to the guy who posted on Reddit about that. I haven't gotten everything in that has kind of been on that request list, but some things have been added to Inquisitor, and a couple little changes have been made. So, hey, Brittle Bark, thank you for the Ko-fi donation. Greatly appreciate that, man. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you so much. Thanks for explaining. Any insight on the int/whiz philosophy as well? Seems like one stat ends up being nullified for all casters. The philosophy behind it is, well, long term, we want to do more with int and wisdom. So the philosophy is, like, potentially you could go int as a traditionally, like, whiz caster. But in general, I think you do potentially benefit from both, even if you are focused on the other one. It's just not as big of a benefit. But as we flesh out the stats a little bit more and give them more to do, that they do, I think that there'll be interesting ways to kind of gear your character and kind of customize your playstyle a little bit. Have I shared the balance changes with the stream yet? Or are we able to ask questions pertaining to it directly? Yeah, so I haven't shared it with the stream yet. I'm about to. I was just kind of letting people filter in a little bit. Hey, Torminator. I don't know why I say Tormentor. Torminator 75. I'm just so used to saying Tormentor. Torminator 75, thank you for the donation on Ko-fi. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. And Dankus Crank is also thank you for the donation on Ko-fi. That's extremely generous of you as well. Thank you guys. Glad you're all enjoying the stream. It's really good to be able to talk to you guys again. Are there going to be any knight-only type one-handers that have better ratios than normal one-hand slash that fighters, rogues, spellblades, etc. can use? I don't see why not. That's a good kind of point to bring up. I'll make a note of that one. I'm gonna talk to Runaf about that, our balance designer. I think he would be getting some Shiden, just not as much. Will class spell merchants in the deep have any deep-themed class spells available? I.e., will my human paladin be able to travel underground to buy unique spells not available on the surface? We are talking about some things we want to do with the deep in that regard. Maybe like deep light sources and other things. So I could easily see there being like abilities that are kind of like that. But in general, like a lot of your core kit would be available, right? That would definitely be more. I don't know if it would be like core rotational abilities necessarily. Maybe some like cooldown based utility, but I would see it more as like a pure utility thing and more like flavor thing than anything like too crazy. But we'll have to see how crazy we get with that. No numbers here. Excited to finally catch you live. Excited for some news after experiencing the game for the first time during the last playtest and having such a great time. Hey, glad you enjoyed it, Brute Dragoon, and it's good to see you here. Why am I seeing ads for toilet paper and Depends? You know why. There's a rumor on the Discord about charm being limited to white cons. Is this a thing? Not that I'm aware of, no. It's just difficult to charm yellow or red. Yeah, we're gonna do some of that, Hamer. Any new decisions for Wizards? Not necessarily. It hasn't been my focus. We've been focusing on a lot of other classes. There's been some focus on like Beastmaster and what were we just adding actually? Let me look. Oh, Fighter. Fighter got some pretty nifty changes. I've been working on research, the trade skill research. So a lot of some abilities that you get will be researched for sure. So you'll be exposed to the first version of research soon. A lot of balance change stuff. New Inquisitor stuff for sure. I think Inquisitors are going to be happy. It's not like... I think they're pretty subtle and nice additions, but like... yeah. And... just a lot of... There's been a lot of like itemization and kind of like balance work related to that, and... so, yeah, just a lot of stuff we've been working on. But I think it's time, guys. I think it's time to go into the state of balance. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. All right, let's pull this over to this screen. Let's close that off. Zoom in a little bit. I know you guys can't see it yet. Just give me a second. All right, let me hit, let me just double check something real quick. Not leaking anything crazy. All right. I think we should be in the clear here. Move this over here. And we'll also do this. Okay. That should be good. I love the spell damage mark spell, but have you considered allowing wizards to cast a mark optionally onto a party member to apply the debuff for you? to appease the extreme against melee wizard crowd. I've been considering that for not only the wizard thing, but also for other things. In fact, there's I think I figured out how I want to handle the cleric supplication thing, where you get like a proc on like a mana regen proc as a cleric. I think that's gonna be, you can melee, you can go in and melee and do the thing, but you can also cast. So yeah, I did some clericing during the playtest. That was a lot of fun. And it just kind of clicked for me, like, hey, I just want to cast a nuke to do this. I think that would be fun. And I may make it a last hit mechanic. You know, not so different from Spirit Tap. If you're familiar with classic WoW Priest. So I'm considering making it kind of a last hit mechanic, but I am wary about there being some overlap of last hit mechanics, so maybe there's some kind of like, you know, maybe there's some kind of like, maybe it's like a dot or something that, like, there's a little bit of like leeway there, so it's like, because I would hate for there to be like so many people trying to fight for last hits and it to be like an overused mechanic, right? Healing Light being bugged made Cleric very fun this playtest. What's bugged about it? Just the cooldown not being a thing, or? Happy Face Prod TV, thank you for the Prime. Glad you're enjoying the stream. What's up, Goblin? What's up, Mecha Goblin TV? Wow, that was very strange that two goblins just appeared at the same time. You're welcome, Corvid. It's a group effort, though. All right, let's get into the state of balance. Let's talk about it. Let's read it off. Let's do all the good things. I'm gonna pull it up. State of Balance Interim, November 17th, 2025. Is the music too loud, or is the music still good? I know this is like the loudest part of the song possible, but it looks like I'm at least doubling the music. Okay. Hey, Fallen Voodoo God, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Okay. State of Balance. I'm posting this early to give you time to sharpen your pitchforks. This will be deployed with patch 0.20.20.0. NPC. We have done significant work during this period to hunt down the various combat edge cases. The main things we wanted to address was the late game experience. Our combat formulas, as they were up to the public playtest, do kind of break down in the late levels. This led to a focus on leveling, killing low blues and light blues. Trios being the ideal group size for leveling at high levels. Very fast TTKs. Very little incoming damage. Low mana usage in general for healers. Across all the levels, we also had two major bugs in melee combat code. Melee damage was twice as accurate on the attack side than designed due to a bug. NPC avoidance was almost 50% below target. The combined effect of this wasn't massive because player on NPC hit chance was maxing out. Changes to address the above. NPCs that are not player pets get a round of changes. They will all have more avoidance. In higher levels, they will attack slightly faster. NPC offense and defense values now mirror players. NPCs should be more accurate when attacking higher level players, and players should not be dealing as much damage to low level NPCs. There you have it. So those are the major combat changes that are coming to Monsters and Memories. Props to the balance team, namely Runaf and Ali, for really honing in on all of this stuff, because it is not a me thing. I'll tell you that. Like, I cannot do combat formulas. I'm sorry. That's just, so I'm glad that we have solid people behind the formulas. And they really audit the code and run simulations, and just they're very cognizant of what kind of gameplay is going on in the alpha and whatnot. They play. Ollie plays for sure a lot, and is also he's just up to date on the balance. So, and that's a good thing when you have those guys, keeping up to date. Tank tops are nasty. Glad to see you, bud. Will classes have their kits by the next playtest? I mean, that's always just going to be iterative, Ishin. There isn't going to just be like, now the classes are done patch. They're just going to keep getting more and more and more and more. What about green NPC doing damage to the player? It's crazy how much damage they can still do and don't miss. As a caster, this makes it very rough. I believe we're doing something with defense caps for casters or something like that. So I think it might be a little bit better, Tsunumi-san. When can we expect the patch to go live? Sometime potentially this week. I'll have to see what Ollie is saying. I'm trying to get as much as possible in. Because there's just a number of different things that I'm working on. And I'm trying to get the first implementation of research still done. There's a couple spell lines that you can now acquire through it. But there's also kind of the, like, how do I skill this up part of it. So there's still some things I need to clean up with it before it goes live. So hopefully I can get that squared away in the next day or so. I've been, like, non-stop working on M&M since the playtest. Like, actually, I think halfway through the playtest, I was just like, all right, it's time to get back to work hardcore, and then just have been working on it since. So yeah, there's just a lot to do. There's a lot to do. So let's continue with the state of balance, shall we? Experience. Experience has been rebalanced in the late game, leading to a longer late game. 4, 5, and 6-man parties have a larger experience bonus than before. We are thinking on whether to maintain everyone's levels from before the changes, or to set your levels to what they would have been at the current experience required values. What do you think? Should we make a poll? So that could be a potential option. But to be honest, I'm actually, personally myself, I'm cool with people just... I still think we should be testing max level gameplay, so I don't know that I'm a super big fan of this, but we'll have to see. Maybe having the option couldn't hurt. But we'll eventually be doing a wipe anyways before the game launches, so I think we're gonna still get some pretty good data regardless. Dayman Dazer, that's hilarious. It is I, the Keymaster. Thanks, Happy Face Prod TV. I knew that low AC fighter dream was too good? What do you mean, Kaylorn? Oh, like you had low AC as a fighter and were just, like, invulnerable? Y'all's hard work is definitely shown in the game and the gameplay. Things are so good in the M&M world. Thank you, Tank Tops are nasty. Just keep the levels because they'll be wiped anyway. Right, and there are characters, like, in the various level ranges, right? What's up, Wicca Sloth? Good to see you. What's up, Darkwind Dissidia? Nick, I love the music in the game. It's really good. I'm curious if you guys ever have 3 tracks of random auto attack music. I don't know if we're gonna do it because I think it actually takes away a little bit. But that's just my take. That's just my take. Like, I know that it's super nostalgic to have. Like, I love the EverQuest auto attack music. Don't get me wrong. But man, I really love this music, and I think if it's getting interrupted all the time, like, I think it just nerfs certain people's experiences that, like, choose not to, like, set up how they want to be set up. Yeah, no, I love the auto attack music too. Sometimes I would turn it on and run around, but that was because in EverQuest, a lot of the music just didn't work. There would be, like, silence in many areas, and, like, yeah. So that's experience, guys. Let's move on. Charms. We are trying something new with the charms formula. It should be easier to keep high levels charmed. There you have it. That'll be an interesting one to follow, because we ideally don't want charm pets to get too crazy. That being said, the way pets and charm pets work now, they're a little bit nerfed compared to their NPC counterparts, I would say. So I would call it a bit of a stealth nerf, but charm is still extremely powerful. But I think you'll start to notice if you're using charm with, like, 2 equivalent mobs, I think you might notice that you need to actually utilize some of your abilities more so than just using charm. And I don't know. Keep an eye on that for us, because that's always been a concern to me. I would hate for, like, you to charm something and then the equivalent mob just completely owns the other mob, right? That would be a miss by us. So if it starts to feel, like, really weird or, like, really wacky, let us know about that one. Will Enchanter get a higher level charm? I don't know that they will. It's possible. I mean, yeah, I'll potentially, but I think that you being able to charm the level of mob that you can already charm, that is really strong. If you considered lowering the rank of beneficial spells charm mobs cast? That would just be difficult to do. Like, we'd have to develop that functionality, and it would just be inconsistent. I don't know that and it's only casting on the charmer, right? It used to cast on the whole group, which was completely terrible because you'd be like, hey, I got a shaman or a druid or cleric for our group. Like, look, here he is. But now that it only casts on the charmer, I think that's a cool perk that isn't overly imbalanced. It is really nice for a charmer class, and charm is already pretty sick, but I don't think it's, like, game breaking, right? And it just makes charm feel cool. Thanks, D-Nut. It's cool to see everybody come out for the stream. It really is. Yeah, what works? I mean, that's going to be kind of natural in a little, like, kind of immature, like, server. Because charm classes, pet classes, which typically have charm as well, those classes are going to be a lot more high level. But the hope is that melee classes are going to get a little bump, you know? So we'll just have to see where things land. We want it to be viable to be, you know, not use charm. right? Like that should be viable. That should be okay. Like you shouldn't feel bad being like a rogue or a spellblade. I would certainly hope not, right? Pounding at the gates like a horde waiting for Nick on stream. Thanks, Tank Top. Yeah, and they'll get that happy face prod. What's up, Arias? Theory crafting all day at work, nice. Yeah, we want the risk to be high. We want the risk and resource cost to be relevant. I think now that mobs are getting balanced and players are getting balanced, I think the risk is gonna go up a bit. But there's always more work that we can do and things that we can adjust for that. So yeah, melees do benefit from twinking by a ton, right? They are the classes that scale. Fighter, I would say, is... Yeah, like, Fighter is a strong group class, I would say. I think they're going to fall off in solo unless you have a lot of twink gear or buffs. Yeah, because fighters are pretty nuts. But I'm curious to see where they land after this balance patch, right? That being said, man, do I preview some of these patch notes? I kind of want to, like, I don't want to spoil it, but man, it's gonna be nice. Fighters are getting some toys, and they will continue to get toys, and they will continue. I love warrior and fighters in games. Like, I played a warrior in EQ. I had my druid main, but then I boxed a warrior, ogre warrior, and I played a lot of ogre warriors on a lot of emulators, and like other servers, and I played warrior a lot in WoW Classic eras and stuff. So I do like my warriors. Nick is a dirty boxer. I was an OG boxer, yes. I had a KVM switch, and I used to box when I was like 13 years old. Not even 13. I was like 12. 13, maybe 12, 13 years old, I would say. Dude, if you had a KVM switch and a second phone line, you were living a life of just a high quality of life playing EverQuest back in the day. Just extremely high quality of life. It was... What a time to be alive. Life of debauchery, yeah. Nick, why does Cleric, Enchanter, Paladin get placate, but Inquisitor does not? Cause, like, I view Inquisitors as more, like, it's kind of a lore thing in my opinion, right? Like, gameplay-wise, like, I can easily see, like, oh, this is a natural thing for Inquisitor to inherit from Enchanter, right? But I don't know that Inquisitors are the type of people to placate somebody. Like, calm down, you know, everything's gonna be okay. Don't attack me. No, they're more like, I don't care about your feelings. Like, they're gonna force you to calm down. They're gonna mez you, they're gonna stun you. Like, so but the Paladin, on the other hand, and Cleric, and even Enchanter, I feel like that makes more sense, right? However, I'm still looking at other things that Inquisitor can do, like, similar to that. I think there's some cool ideas for things, and you're gonna start seeing more Inquisitor mechanics. I definitely added some Inquisitor mechanics. Oh, I forgot to mention. Somebody mentioned about wizards. Like, is anything coming to wizards? They're getting critical blasts, critical hits. That's also coming to fighter as well, by the way. Nick, will the deep races be playable by next playtest, or is this something that'll come with early access? That's something that comes with our first major update of early access. So we have like the model in game for Deep Gnome and Deep Elf. They're still being worked on. You may even see the NPCs in the game world before they officially get released. But the plan for deep races, at least Deep Gnome and Deep Elf, is to release with Module 1, which is the kind of name for our first like mini expansion. That'll be Deep Elves, Deep Elf City, Deep Gnomes, plus like 5 to 6 other zones at least. And we're already working on this. We've already got the major dungeon releasing with that completed. At least completed in terms of building out the zone and doing like an art pass on the zone, right? It's fully textured, it's fully lit. It's ready to start populating. That dungeon is called Rothold. What's up, Hakotat? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. What about spells that bounce between players or NPCs like Prayer of Mending and WoW? We actually do have support for that, and I need to just put some stuff in for it. We do have support for Chain Heal style spells, Prayer of Mending style spells. So yeah, that's something I need to get on. I will actually make a note, and it's something that I thought about recently because I've been looking at a ton of ability stuff lately. So yeah. What's up, Gasoline96? The patch notes will be coming probably later in the week. We're still finalizing the patch. I'm trying to get some more stuff in. But yeah, it's gonna be cool to. I'll probably stream again this week. After we patch and share the patch notes. And everyone can see them. Not just the alpha people. Hey, glad to see you, Paladin guy. Any thoughts about taking bard shouts off the GCD? The point of the bard shout was to kind of weave it in with your songs, right? But off the GCD, yeah, I'll have to actually look at that. I'm gonna be adding more bard shouts as well. Bard shouts off GCD. Works well weaved in, yeah. That was the intent, but I have to actually test it out real quick and yeah, that I'd imagine that would be okay, Siron. Yeah, they'll do more than just DD. All right, let's continue with the state of balance. Blacksmithing. The number of tiers available for crafted armor has been reduced. All recipes have been modified to be more streamlined for progression. More complex recipes in the higher tiers require specialized tooling in later tiers. Mining nodes have been adjusted for the new recipes. Rusty tarnished armor has been reduced in effectiveness. Also, weapons for Rusty and Tarnish have been reduced in effectiveness. So, and the crafted armor will now go known as like fine plate, bronze, etc. Right? It'll all be fine armor. So Rusty / corroded, tarnished, fine. Man, Kungen's review of the game today was such a good representation. Got me hyped, and I already was. Dude, I got so hyped by that. It's really, really nice to see him back streaming. He talked about how the game has helped him in his like day-to-day life, and that whenever you hear that kind of thing, like that it just like feels so good that you feel like what you're doing is like bigger than yourself, and that it touches people's lives in that way. Then yeah, it just becomes such a good thing. So it was really cool to see his showcase of the game. Really, he literally showcased the game for like 20-30 minutes, like twice on his stream today. And that's his comeback stream too, where he's coming back and playing TBC Classic and stuff. So the fact that he would spend his time showcasing our game just for the love of the game, it's not only like a testament to what we're doing, but it's just such a cool thing to see. And so proud of the team, and really big shout out to him for doing that. He didn't need to do that, and I'm so glad that he did, because it is helping get the word out, and it is crucially important that we get the word out. So thank you again to Kungen, and yeah, and it's just awesome. Torminator 75, thank you so much for the 20 tier 1 gifties, man. Holy crap, dude. Thank you so much. That's super generous of you. Thank you. Man. That's crazy, dude. I appreciate that a lot. Will there not be mithril crafted anymore? So, you will find the higher tiers of that, like, above, like, steel and linen and what have you, in higher end content. So trade skills will extend past their kind of current or new limits a bit, but that will be like high end content essentially. So you'll still be able to acquire like mithril, cobalt, stuff like that eventually. It's just going to be kind of reserved for higher tier stuff. It won't be part of like the core leveling experience tiers that you'll run into. As fast as I can. Thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifties. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream, and thank you for the generous gifties. That's very nice of you. Hey, Nick, I'm just wondering how much time you have time for yourself. If you're one of the guys that has a day job plus this, and then stream to the audience, how do you have time for yourself? I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't have a lot of time for myself. Like, I've been trying to, like, give myself a better work-life balance, but working on this game consumes my life. But I don't want anyone to think that this is like a mandatory, like, required, forced thing on me. I forced it on myself. I'm not in this situation where I need to necessarily do this. I want to do this because I want this game to be the best it possibly can, and I just go hard. Like, there's no other way to put it. I just like going hard. I used to play, I mean, I still do play MMOs, but I used to play MMOs like a sick degenerate, and I'm applying that work ethic to MMOs. Like, to working on Monsters and Memories. Like, I am just a sick degenerate when it comes to this stuff. So I just want the game to be the best it can be. I want to put as much effort as I can into the game. So yeah, I'm basically a neckbeard developer. Like, that's kind of my thing, and I enjoy it. But it is also, you know, you have to, like, realize that, like, hey, I need to take some time for myself. I need to like play other games. I need to go see my family, go see my kids. It's um, it's hard. So I'm trying to like just get my life into a place where like I can work on it a really good amount of time, but I also have good, time to spend with my family and whatnot, and take care of myself. And I've been doing a better job of that in recent months, but I could still do a little bit better, right? Everyone can do a little bit better. Poop socking game dev, exactly. When's the next playtest? Not decided yet. I'm hoping that it will be a beta test, though. That would be cool. Yeah, thanks, Mecha Goblin. And don't worry, I'm getting good sleep. The sleep is not at the ideal hours, though, I will tell you that much. Let's put it that way. But the sleep does happen, so that's at least a good thing. I'm not losing sleep. What's up, Inner World? I've been doing pretty good. Hope you are as well. Quit cold brew, improve your life. I'm on the much more mild and less caffeinated Starbies. I've been having a few cups of some iced coffee. Yeah. Thanks, I'm the ogre. Thanks for the stream. 2 things for Inquisitor, that'd be awesome. Mana regen buff, and a mana drain dot. Also a vote to add Disciple type from Vanguard to the classes. Insane fun on that one. Yeah, cool, Ucator. Definitely noted. Kirkland in shambles. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nobody's reached out to me from the Kirkland people. Maybe the Starbeast people will. I don't have the product to show to you, but rest assured that this is Starbucks coffee. Yo, Nick, I'm so bored every day not working. Hook me up with a key, please. Do we run a giveaway? Do we actually consider doing that? I think after I get through the rest of these notes. But I want to see if the streamer giveaway is fixed yet. So for the first giveaway that we do in a little bit, it may just be a kind of fastest, whoever gets in the soonest it will win, because it may just stop working at a certain point. So be ready. Be ready. But yeah, not yet, but be ready. We'll see if it works right. Enchanting. Recipes redistributed to allow for smoother progression through the skill levels. Other trait skills still in progress. Named mobs. Some named NPC drops have been rebalanced for rarity and mob availability. Some named NPCs have had respawn times and frequency adjusted. Some named NPCs have had their spawn mechanisms adjusted. I'm not sure about the mechanisms, but there has been some cleanup of named mobs, but in general, it should be pretty much similar, right? And some items have been like adjusted and fixed, right? Modifications to the guidelines dictating item strengths. These should be retroactively implemented over time. So yeah, itemization is a constant thing. I think we've done a pretty good job of cleaning up some of the itemization gaps that we had. So there's been passes to mobs in Glass Flats. There's been adjustments to mobs in Vale of Zintar. there's been even adjustments to some named mobs in other lower level zones. Yeah, and then some big encounters that I don't even think you have fought them yet, or... So I'm going to be doing some itemization for some new encounters that are coming out. I don't know that they'll be available in the next patch, because I've been working on, like, infinite other things, but if you're a fan of boss encounters, like raid-style encounters, there will be more of those coming. I'm working on a really cool fight right now that I don't even want to tell you where it is, what it is. Just know that a cool fight is being worked on. It's gonna be... I think it's gonna be a little hard. I think it's... Like, I hope it's not too hard. I hope it's not too easy. But I hope it, like, there is a certain aspect of it, and I worry that it feels a little bit gimmicky, but we'll see. There's always the possibility of changing it later, if it feels too dumb or too annoying. But hopefully it feels cool. No hints, Murden, sorry. You'll have to ask the community for hints. Charm changes, late game or relative to con in general? I think it's... I don't know if it's like relative to your level or just high level. I'm actually not sure. That's a good follow-up question for Ollie. Alright. Upper Saman. So if you don't know what Upper Saman is, that's a point of interest in Fallen Pass that's very high level. If you've played a lot, especially in the alpha, you'll be familiar with this area. But essentially, this area has been redesigned. The environment has been significantly reworked for added challenge. Spawns have been adjusted to provide added challenge. Different areas now have a distinct feel to them. Named NPCs should both be rare, and the ones that were supposed to be triggered or part of some other mechanism are now properly assigned. So that area has gotten a bit of facelift, a little bit of a redesign. So just keep that in mind, and let us know how it goes. Be Mighty, thank you for the tier 1. Are y'all considering a safety feature for town guards? I've misclicked a number of times and been one-shot. We'll have to... Actually, let's see. I'll make a note for us to go over that one. I don't have an answer for you yet, but I will get an answer for you. Hey, and Wickedsoft, thank you for the Prime as well. Are trade skills planned to be worked by EA? Will they be rolled out more slowly? Very intrigued by some of the more obscure ones. We're focused on the core ones and some of the obscure ones, but I don't know that all the obscure ones will make EA launch. We'll have to see on that one, Errant Elephant. Yeah, glad to do it, Spicy. What's up, Never? Alright, let's see. What's up with spellcrafting? I'm really curious about it. So spellcrafting, I think, is going to be a separate thing from research, but what it is still being defined. Research is kind of spellcrafting in a way. It's like getting abilities through crafting, but looks like we're going to be calling it research. Whereas spellcrafting would be maybe something like, I don't know, like maybe creating like a scroll, like creating a clicky scroll or something. We'll have to see. All this is subject to change, even, you know, past a certain point, right? Is there going to be a /loc in the game? No, there's not going to be a /loc. We don't want people to parse their location, essentially. Because adding /loc essentially adds GPS maps. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Paladin Guy 85. Cicada01, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Alright. Itemization. An initial pass on item availability has been done. Gaps in items have started getting backfilled. For example, wisdom items in the mid-level ranges. Wiz/int stats. Some light scaling to damage and healing has been introduced tied to wisdom and intelligence stats. Stat utilizations. We have decided to release some additional information about stats. This will be on the character creation screen and new player guide eventually. Strength allows you to carry more, increases melee weapon damage and shield block amounts. Stamina increases health and reduces chance to be dazed in combat. Agility provides damage mitigation. Dexterity increases hit rate and on-hit effect, weapon effect frequency. Intelligence increases mana pool size if it is higher than Wisdom, and increases damage done on offensive damage spells. I thought... So, it'll give you more if it's higher than Wisdom. I thought that Wisdom also would give you a little bit, even if you were primarily an int man. Does that scale dots? That's a question for Ollie and Runef. I am not 100% sure. I haven't been caught up on that one. So, same deal with Wisdom, except it increases mana pool size if it's higher than int, and increases healing done on healing spells, and potentially HOTS, right? Ideally, that would be ideal, right? Charisma. Reduce purchase price and increase sale price. Helps with the commerce skills and reduces the break rate of charm. So, this is a pretty good description, but this isn't... I feel like this still is not giving you all the information. I think this is meant to give you some general guidance. And I think this needs to be reworded to be more accurate. So, I'll probably do a pass on that. Anna Charon, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Decent milk? I think that's a good question. That's all I have, though. Traits. These are still in progress. So one thing that we're probably going to be doing, obviously a lot of the major combat traits that are associated with a race have been assigned and will be auto-granted to that race. However, we're thinking that vision racials will remain as traits. So if you want ultravision, you have to pick it. If you want infravision, you have to pick it. And we're still evaluating. We may do something slightly different where there's like a more generic vision, like low light vision. But as it stands right now, we don't want to force a color tint on you. So what I had proposed to the guys is as follows. Let me see. So keeping it as an optional trait instead of an auto-granted racial. Likely keeping the names, keeping the current colors, offering ways to change the colors via an in-game quest /items/rewards, allowing you to respec your traits eventually, in a non-trivial process, right? This isn't going to be something that you could just easily do. allow you to get a buff that maybe nerfs your vision to like a kind of like standard like human slash surface vision in case you want the flexibility or like want the flexibility of having either kind of type vision there, or want to take like screenshots and videos that look more default without the tint. And then potentially offering deep lighting sources as an interesting alternative to vision types, and also possibly other benefits associated with that. And but that's kind of what I proposed to the team, and they kind of came back with some other ideas too. So we're going to be exploring some other colors as potential default. We're going to be exploring like a low light vision. There's some other things, and I think Sean would probably do a better explanation of what we're thinking about there, but that's generally the thought behind that stuff. What sort of racial traits are going to be forced, though? Mostly like combat actives and some other effects, abilities, stuff like that. Pretty much everything except for vision type. Vision type is just a thing that we felt that we don't want to force a color filter on the game if you don't want it. Goblin would lose his mind. And we don't want Goblin to lose his mind. Will the gnome's slippery trait be forced? Well, yeah. You just get it. And then you can pick your own other trait. It's not like it's forcing you to pick that, and then you can't pick the other trait. You just get it. You just straight up get it, and then you can pick a trait that you want. That is from the generic pool. Yeah. Will racial selection affect base stats? Yeah. Armor still weighing too much? It doesn't hurt to look again, Eucator. So I'll make a note. Will the traits be on the action bar instead of the gem bar? I would say most likely yes. Almost certainly yes. Almost certainly. What's the giveaway command thing for that you guys are doing? I'll let you know as soon as the giveaway starts. Or about to start, so you have a chance to you know, maybe luck out. Can it fail? I wasn't aware that it could fail, Shiloh. I thought it was not able to fail anymore, but I could be wrong. Any plans of increasing the gem bar slots? I think we're cool with 10, but we're going to be moving some abilities to the hot bar, so you'll have more. You'll have less abilities that you need to put on it, so that helps a little bit. I think either way, right? How long have you guys worked on this project? So it would depend on how many people. Because at like year one, there was like 4 of us, right? Year 2, there was like 10 of us. Year 3, there was like 15 of us, maybe, right? 15 to 20 or so. Year 4, then we're starting to move into like 25. Year 5, we're starting to move into the 30. Like, it's just, we're up to 39 people now. It's actually insane. 39 people. How? It's crazy. There's so much passion. What's up, Derpalert 5040? How's it going? Good to see you. But here, I'll show you how we ramped up the team. Let me... Right here. So this doesn't show the past members. So there's... I don't know that this shows the past members. Some past members may be on this because these are a little bit not up to date. But essentially, the members that are remaining from year 1, there's 3 of us. Sean and I kind of like started kicking off like the first like conversations, and then Secrets put us in touch with Ollie, and then yeah, that kind of just started, right? Then in year 2, we added Pattis, Zukin, John Gamble, and Goblin. We also had Gary as well. He's no longer with the team, but he was a programmer for quite a while with us. Then in 2022, we added, these are the people we still have, is Robert, lovely Robert, who does our music. We've got Erkenstaff, and we've got, who's our animator, original animator, and we've got Simon, who is an environment artist, and he's also a pretty sick lawyer. We got some in-house counsel. So yeah, the team was actually, I mean, if you look at it, like, so look at 2024, right? Like we added, you know, look at, there's like 3, 4, 3, 4. 2024? 2024 was a year. Lots of people joining in. And then 2025. And this actually, we need to start putting together the 2025 version of this. But yeah, that's kind of how it happened, right? All right, let's get back to this. Individual crafting channels in Discord so that suggestions, discussions aren't lost in high general. Yeah, I've been thinking about adding more feedback channels, so targeted feedback is like kind of easier to digest and post and read and stuff, so that things don't get scrolled off. It's just I haven't really just prioritized it, essentially, but I should do that. Need a language lore channel. Will main hand weapon delay impact bow damage? No, should not. Isn't that like a P99 thing? Additionally, some abilities will benefit from specific stats. Over time, you'll see more of these. So, for example, Enchant Ally is one example of this. Okay, we already talked about traits. Buff overriding behavior in progress, specifically to address bards and auras from players and pets overriding buffs. Ability threat. We are reworking some abilities' threat values. Ability resist. Resist rates are being looked at. And disclaimer, remember, this is a game in development. Please be patient as we continue to balance things. So that is the state of balance. Sorry for it being so disjointed, VOD viewers. We're looking at trying to patch alpha this week, I believe, is the plan. So yeah, be excited. Oh, another thing that's coming for PvP Diminishing returns. Diminishing returns. I think they may be done. Or, let's see here. Are they done? They're close to done. No more permafears? That's right. Where's the list of how many people played each class? Do we have that? Hold on a second. Let me try to find... We might have that on hand. Let me look. I don't have the graphic on hand, but we'll get that to you pretty soon. Speaking of, we just released a video. I should pull that one up. It's just a little short. It's not like a full-on video or anything. So definitely like the video, comment on the video if you haven't. It helps the algorithm. But here, let me pull that up here. Highest level hardcore character from the open test? I'm not sure on that one. I'll have to look. So, 10,239 players joined the playtest. We hit 1884 concurrent, 215K hours played, almost 900 petitions resolved, average daily users 4126, and average hours played per account 21.1. You'd love to see it. You'd love to see it. 10K, dude, I was so happy to hit 10K. That was so awesome. I think if we didn't have those initial issues with the server, we may have gone over 2K concurrence as well. So we'll have to resolve that. Yeah. You mentioned crit for Wizard and Fighter. Is there any talk about Rogue or Archer possibly getting crit? Or Monk's kick critting? No talk about it yet, but definitely wanting to ensure that the more pure DPS classes are feeling strong enough, right? So it's not outside the realm of possibility. I may just want to do it in a more thematic way for them. Not that it's not thematic for them to have crits, but you know what I mean? More unique flavor, I guess. But yeah, really, really excited about these numbers. They're super promising. It's insane to see so many people coming out to try to test. Average daily users. And this is crazy. Like, the amount of people that played for hours and hours and hours was actually so high. Like, there was a lot of people that played many hours. Like, Trent was MVP. Yeah, Trent is insane. So is Swanee and Sean. They did huge numbers as well, I thought. But yeah, Trent definitely popped off. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me get the music going again. Chart responded to my lost corpse in 20 seconds. Fastest GM response I've had ever. Yep. Oh, that's an interesting one, Jawan. Yeah, like more passive mechanics like that can fire off randomly and kind of change how you play, I think are really, really cool. So I'm going to make a note of that one because that one really resonates with me. Is there a plan to add a /log option in the future? Undecided because... Yeah, just undecided. I could definitely see it happening, though. Swanee's pretty awesome, too. Yeah. I thought no log or damage meters and parses. It all depends, right? If we add logging or not. Like, but in general, like, we're pretty against it. Maybe there is some selective logging that maybe it's not combat logging. Maybe it's, I don't know. Like, people are always going to find a way, so... But then again, we don't have to... That doesn't mean we have to capitulate and say, hey, we're going to add logging because people are going to find a way. We could also just, like... I don't know. Let us deliberate it before I give any kind of concrete statements. Because we don't have one yet. May have missed it earlier, but will any of the images off the media page be downloadable at 4K for wallpapers? And I'd like to order a new desk mat with one of the images. That I am unsure of, Eco. But that is a good question to propose to the team. I know that we're going to be doing a bit of a website glow up for early access. So the potential of that being a thing may happen. But I don't know. We'd have to talk to, like, Goblin, probably. Alright, let me... off display capture. And get the game as the backdrop for a little bit. Oh, yeah. And didn't I say I was going to do a giveaway? I think that was a thing, right? Alright, let's see. Alright, guys, it's going to be exclamation point giveaway. We're just going to start with one key and see how it goes. I'm going to let you know as soon as I enable it. You'll actually be able to see on the screen. See where it says powered by streamergiveaways.org? As soon as something like pops up there, like it'll be active. And since it's been kind of a little bit buggy, we don't know the current stability of this. So it may just be you're gonna want to get this in as soon as physically possible. So I'm gonna count it down. 3, 2, 1, go. Giveaway is now active. Oh, boy. See what I mean? See what I mean? Look at that. It's so laggy. It doesn't even work anymore. All right. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, it's just stuck at 28. All right, well, that's just not fair. We're going to have to run another giveaway. We're gonna have to run another giveaway. But somebody's gonna get really lucky here. Somebody's gonna... Oh, we're up to 30. If we wait like 5 hours, maybe it'll eventually get everybody in. But probably not. Hey, the game won't load. Hold on a second. Kill that. Oh, wait. What's going on? That was weird. Alright, let me just quit out of that real quick. Alright, yeah, let's just... Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the winner for this one, I guess. Let's do that. Tor Dragon. Tor Dragon. Congrats. That is a big... That's huge luck, I would say. Whisper me your M&M account, email, and Discord. Alright, let's do it the Nightbot way. Hold on, let's add Tor Dragon to the list. I wonder if it has to do with how big the exclusion list is. Because the exclusion list is starting to get really big. Nick, heard info on fighters/wizards getting crits. Can you confirm this is accurate info? I'll clip if it is accurate. It is accurate, yes. They are getting crits. All right, let us pull up Nightbot giveaways. Okay. The giveaway is active. So there's no rush on this one. Just make sure you get your exclamation point giveaway in. By the way, thanks for joining the stream, guys. It's nice to get the warm welcome back to Twitch. You know, it's been what has it been, like a week or two now? But yeah, and thanks for all the follows, donations, subs. All of it is really helping me out, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you. Nick, was your favorite class so far? I like Cleric and Spellblade. Oh, Necro for sure. But Spellblade's up there for me as well. Zeitgeist 9000, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifties. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Easy dodge. It was an easy dodge, wasn't it? There's 377 people in here. But yeah, thank you so much for the generous subs. I appreciate that. Really enjoying the Shaman class. Great for grouping and can still solo. Nice. I want to commend you and the team on the Wizard class. Fantastic idea and play. Glad you like it, Paladin guy. Am I supposed to see some sort of confirmation that I typed it in? No, if you typed in the right text string, you should be good. Water is amazing. I like Inquisitor / Enchanter as well. I don't want to believe that, Dark Arrow, but I'm not going to say that there isn't any, you know? If you type it in twice, does it remove you? No. I haven't enabled the punish spammers option because I know you guys like to spam. How are the MIDI files for Bard going? Well, there is something interesting that we're working on that's not quite that, but I'll just leave it to mystery. Atomic Frog, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying things. Do you see graphics tech like DLSS, CED making it in the game? I realize the game isn't super demanding, but would probably benefit mobile laptop users a lot. We're far from done when it comes to like supporting low-end machines and where we're gonna land tech-wise with certain things. So I don't have an answer for that right now, but know that we're always looking at potential tech things like that we can do. In the future, we may even drop HDRP because URP is getting so good, and it may just be so close that it makes like almost no difference. And that would immediately allow for lower end computers to play it more easily. But yeah, I don't know. It's we'll have to see. We'll have to see, essentially. We'll have to see how Unity development goes, right? Like Unity's still working on stuff. Making improvements to the engine. So if something is viable for us to do, then we'll do it, right? And especially as we get more time to work on some other stuff like that. Chris K, thank you for the Prime. Glad you're enjoying the stream. And JL Stewart, 1778, also thank you for the Prime. Greatly appreciate that. Excited to be running M&M on Steam OS. Are you really? Maxim TRX, thank you for the Prime. Are you a PlanetSide player by chance, Maxim? That would be hype if you were a PlanetSide player. By the way, whenever the stream wraps up, we're gonna most likely be rating a dear friend of mine, who's also an SHAWN, Sean, and he's actually streaming PlanetSide right now. But yeah, my friend just got affiliate, and I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to raid you sometime because I want him to get partner, and he's trying to revitalize PlanetSide 1, so I may have to raid him. Friend raid, yeah, true, actual friend raid. Not to say that the people I raid aren't my friends, because I consider them friends as well, some of them. So, Rat Pace, thank you for the Prime. How did Eminem perform with the controller? Was it good? Oh, that's a question for Wornout. Yeah, so to my understanding, there's actually a community-created app that allows for controller support with Monsters and Memories. And all that information is probably in the Discord. PlanetSide stream when? So, if you guys are actually interested in fooling around with the PlanetSide emulator, I would recommend checking it out on this Sunday, the 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern. They're doing a little event for, I believe it's for the PlanetSide 2 anniversary. They got some PlanetSide 2 people coming in to come play PlanetSide 1 to see kind of how it all started. So definitely check out my buddy's stream for that, and then also just feel free to try out the emulator if you want. It's a cool project. Before starting Monsters and Memories, that was like my main passion. So yeah, but they could use all the guys they can get, because the population's been a little bit low, but definitely starting to see a little bit of an uptick again, because people are just trying to build up the community again and stuff. What's the name of the emulator? PS Forever. See, it's yeah, psforever.net is the website. Miss Old School PlanetSide? Yeah, it's back. It's back. There's still some kinks to work out with it, but it's mostly working. It's pretty cool. All right, let's run some giveaways here. Let's run some winners. Choose a winner. twice retired. Congrats. Twice retired. Yeah, whisper me your M&M account, email, and Discord. Let me see. Okay, yeah. My buddy is playing, so we'll rate him in a little bit. We'll rate him in a little bit. Zooted off the Starbees? Yeah. Alright, do we run another? Have you guys made a decision as far as guild beta invites go? So I have been holding off until beta for that. And then I will kind of start adding X amount of players from each guild. And then, as there's room, right? We're going to there's like an arbitrary target that we kind of have for how many concurrent we want playing in the beta. So, yeah. But hopefully we get beta out sooner than later, right? That's kind of the current plan. And when beta starts, I need all of the representatives from the guilds to DM me again, because I was trying to find a DM from like my wife, from like a day or 2 days ago. It's like 20 or 30 DMs down the list, guys. It's like the amount of DMs that I get is like actually insane. I was trying to find a DM to like message my wife, and I was like, what's going on? Is that every guild or specific guilds? If you're just like, hey, this is my guild, and don't like provide me any information about the guild, like I'm not aware of your guild, like you don't even tell me the name, and it's just like, here's a list of emails, like I'm probably not gonna flag you. But if you're like a known guild that has been playing the playtest, you're the representative of that guild, you get me the list of discords and emails, that kind of thing, right? And then but yeah, like if it's like, at least give me some information about the guild, give me the name, give any other information you can provide, right? But if it's just like, hey, we're just some random guys, now we have a guild, and now we're gonna get into beta, like that feels a little off, right? You know? One second, guys. I'll be running another giveaway here in a second. All right. All right, let's hit the giveaway button. Let us hit the giveaway button. Choose a winner. Elmaducius. 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 Whisper me your Eminem account email and Discord. All right, let's see. What kind of concurrent player count for beta are you looking at? I would say, like, we'll probably start around 250, but we'll probably go up to, like, 500 plus, potentially, kind of towards the end of beta. It's hard to say, though. Like, I'll have to kind of sanity check that number with the guys, but that was kind of what I had in my mind. Is that going to include alpha keys? Yeah. So let's see what the alpha's been at. By the way, I missed a couple subs.
Hokushin _ just cheered 1,100 bits.
Hoku, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, buddy. Good to see you in the stream. Shamroar, thank you for the prime. Hokushin, thank you for the 20 gifties. Holy, dude, thank you so much. I'm sorry that I missed that. I was in the middle of typing something. I was just catching up on the subs. Holy crap, dude, thank you so much. That is insane. Money 2517, thank you for the prime as well. So generous of you guys. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the stream and the content and stuff. Yeah, let me type something, Elma. All right, let me see. What has the alpha been at in the last 24 hours? So let's go to Grafana. Nicodemus, thank you for the support on Ko-fi. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. So let's see, dashboards. Oh, shoot. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay. 170. Currently 162. That's been bumped up a little bit. Yeah, so, like, if we're... To hit the concurrent numbers, you need to have more people, right? Than just 100 more people, right? So it'll be more than 100 invites going out. From this point, right? Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers. Shooter McDabbin, you're not wrong. Yo, Hokushin, thanks again, man. Appreciate that. Mecha Goblin says, I'm successful at dodging keys. Must be the... You're successful at dodging keys and subs. Unlucky. Blip Blap Blurp, thank you for the Prime. Glad you're enjoying things. And the Notorious 188, thank you for the 5 Tier 1 gift subs. Appreciate that. Guys, thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. Oh, I haven't had the game up. Just been in like this black abyss here. 150 key drop hype. Yeah, so the giveaways are definitely going to get more unhinged as we move into beta, because we're going to just need more bodies. What a beautiful sight. Dopamine glands are tingling. Hey, look at it. It's super empty where you are? Let's see. How many people we got on... Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta... Something wrong with my chat log. I wonder if that's gonna be an issue. Do that. Who's all on? We got 3 people online on the dev server at the moment. It's been actually getting up in numbers, man. It's so fun to see like so many people on the dev server. But only 3 right now. Any chance of some tweaking to Nature's Respite? It's instant cast, which is nice, but it's kind of disheartening that it heals less than your high-level heal does. Yeah, I was actually thinking about Nature's Respite the other day. And there is a high likelihood that it gets buffed. I'll make a note, actually. Well, I'm on the dev server. I'm not on alpha. I don't know how many are in the other zones right now. What are the overall team goals between now and early access? Well, the main goal right now is to get beta ready. So we're hitting on a number of different things that we need to do for us to feel that we're in the position to be beta ready. In terms of early access, we've got a little bit of content to finish up. We got a little bit of content to polish up. Some class stuff to do. And just kind of figure out a couple different things. Figuring out the launcher situation is definitely one of them. But in general, yeah, just tighten things up, really. Like, we have a good amount of content in the game. We've... systems work for sure. We need a little bit of systems work to get done. Can you GM kill your coworkers? I mean... Oh, he's too smart. He's got invulnerability. I tried. I tried my best. Here. He's a ghost now. We were successful. Should make Monk available to short races. Yeah, we'll see about that one. It might be like an unlock or something. What's the difference between dazed and stunned? I think it's the same thing. Melee stun, dazed are interchangeable. But I think of when I think of dazed, I think of a snare, right? Like WoW related. Deep Dwarf should get Monk with inherent +5 hand-to-hand for having Stone Fist. Yeah. What's up, Folder EQ? Well, let's see. What time is it? 8 o'clock Central. Yeah, I think it might be giveaway time, right? Uh-huh. I think we give away at least one more key. But yeah, you know what? Let's do like a little bit more QA. Q&A. Naylin, thank you for the Prime. And RNG Tillis, thank you for the Prime. And yeah, appreciate that, guys. Probably gonna keep it kind of short and sweet tonight, but tomorrow, I think we activate tomorrow as well. We'll turn on the stream. We may be doing a dev stream tomorrow. You guys down for a dev stream? I'm thinking about dedicating my time to just filling out ability lines. So there's a number of ability lines in the game that just need to be filled out. Like there's only like one ability in the line or what have you, right? So I'm thinking about, and we could talk about it during the stream, but I'm gonna try to make a pre-list of abilities to create for that stream. Is this a normal stream time for you? Kind of. I don't really have a normal stream time. I'm kind of a weirdo. Like I'm not a. It's like the worst thing for being a regular streamer, but I don't really have a schedule. I kind of just do my thing, you know? Stream applications to the company? I can't do that, I'm sorry. Would be great content, though. Not gonna deny that. Sutta, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifties. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Extremely generous of you. Will we get debuff icons ever on enemies? Yeah, so what we're looking in to that, Hiko, is how to do it without making it like super like intrusive, and like I wouldn't want it to be like you see every debuff like default. I would kind of want it to be like maybe default to stuff that you do, because the thing I don't like. Wait, why can't I see his name? What's going on here? Wait, where are the name tags? What's going on? Name? I don't know what's going on with my chat log. I gotta figure something out. Anyways, that is definitely Nicodemus. I can tell by his outfit and his loyal companion Bones. He's hacked a dev server? Nah, Nicodemus is too nice. I can't nuke him. Will special attacks have a higher hit modifier affected by dexterity? Feels bad to miss 5 Rens in a row. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot about that, where like... But then when I tested it out, it didn't feel bad. I don't know, are you guys fighting like red mobs or something when you're missing 5 Rens in a row? But there is a natural boost, a significant natural boost to abilities like Rend and whatnot. Like, actually, let me double check on Rend specifically. Like, maybe it's like a Rend issue. And I can buff that bonus if needed, but to go back to what I was talking about with the debuffs, yeah, they should have a nice modifier there. We just want to make sure the UI is clean, right? Like, we don't want to have too much garbage on the screen in UI, so... yeah. Nick, does the Broodmother exist? Because during the playtest it would not spawn. I believe it was bugged, and it is actually literally being worked on at this moment, I believe, by First, because I see him in the infested crypt. Try petitioning, see if GM Trent can help you with names disappearing. What is the command again? And I don't know why, like, something is... I might have to reset my chat or something. I don't know what's going on. Was it show name? Hide name? There's a menu option for it now? Okay. Interface probably, right? Show NPC names, show my name, okay, show my name. No, I don't want to show my name. Show names for clients. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what was up. Light source related? Oh, that could be... Yeah, it could be. I feel like this is kicking in a little bit too early. The name tag thing. Oh yeah, I think it is. I think it is lighting related. Oh, and then when I click his name, then and escape, it's just there. So that's really weird. Yeah, that's kind of strange. Oh, server will be shutting down in 60 seconds. Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye. It's going away. Alright. I think I'm gonna pop off a quick giveaway. Oh, who do I see? Who do I see running around? That's gotta be in crypt. Yeah. Have I started the giveaway? Yes, I have. In fact, I'm going to choose a winner right this second. Choose a winner. J-Rots. J-Rots. Hey, thanks for the support on Ko-fi. It didn't say who did it, but I think I'm guessing that's an anonymous one. But thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. Yeah, J-Rots. Whisper me your M&M account, email, and Discord. Let me see here. Can I search? Oh yeah, search chat. All right, guys. I think I may just keep it short and sweet tonight. It's been fun to return to streaming. I want to get some some work done off stream. So, and then prepare myself for the stream tomorrow, that I could do some on-stream work. So I'm probably going to do that. Say hi to my wife and kids. Get my kids in bed and whatnot. I appreciate all the support. I'm glad that I was able to share some of the state of balance with you tonight. And then as far as the patch, we're looking to get the patch out, I believe, this week. So we'll have a patch note stream at some point. But tomorrow, maybe a dev stream. That's likely looking to be the case. But yeah, stick around for this raid. If you're interested in seeing an old MMO FPS, my friend, coincidentally also named Sean, is streaming some Planetside 1, and he'll, I think he's fighting a couple players, and maybe he'll kind of field any questions about the game, but yeah, thanks again for tuning in, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for supporting the project. Is super, super appreciated. And yeah, thank you, and see you soon. Let's get that raid going. See you guys.